Who are you? That's the challenge of today's activity. To get below the surface of all the stuff that you do and all the identities that you've had, and it's who are you really? What do you believe? Many of the top performers that we get to work with have a weird relationship, a common one, with death. And it's similar to what Steve Jones says with the quote on the first page here, is that he always believed death is very likely the single best invention of life. It is life's change agent. And what we found is that these people have the constant realization that life is finite, that you have to pursue what sets your soul on fire now. You have to become the best version of yourself now because our time is ticking. And so the activity that we're going to do is have you write your own personal obituary. Now, for those that don't know what this is what is written about you after you pass away from the perspective of another person. It would be a little odd if you wrote your own. To do this effectively, there's a few things that you need to take into consideration. Number one, it's yours, and it should be authentic to you. Number two, this is not supposed to be a final draft. Don't worry, you can tweak it. We're not going to frame it and make it permanent. Take no more than 8 minutes to just get your initial thoughts out onto the paper. And finally, write it from another perspective, someone that you think would be reading it. And for example, I write mine from the perspective of my wife because, well, safe to say that not only does statistics, but I just have my gut that she will probably outlive me. And so I'm hoping this is what is said. My husband was a loving father, husband, son, mentor, and friend. He spent his 100 years serving, loving, and inspiring. Lucas made building our relationship and the relationships with all of you present today his passion. During good and tough times, Lucas moved forward with empathy and a smile. He enjoyed fishing, hunting, coaching, laughing, but above all, he loved us here today. So I've actually, may seem weird. I've done this many, many times. So if yours looks rockier than that, it's fine. Just get it written out. Make sure that you have it done, and we'll move forward. Now, a side note, if this is way too difficult or way too close to death or just too morbid for you to do right now, that is fine. Another activity, another alternative, is to write it like someone's introducing you when you're older and introducing you for a really awesome award. And so they're going to read off who you are as a person to the audience. Who would you want them, or what would you want them to say about you? All right, so take on one of the challenges, give it your best. I appreciate you taking the courage to make this happen.